Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Dargan and welcome to my YouTube channel on money, entrepreneurship, and life hacks. Do you ever wonder how much you should be spending a month? Well, this video is going to help you think about how to budget no matter how much money you make. I'll share with you an easy way to build your budget and break down how you should be spending your money. We'll be using the 50-30-20 rule in order to help you prioritize what you should be spending your money on and allow you some wiggle room to treat yourself. Be sure to stay until the end because I'm going to share an easy to use budget calculator which will help you in calculating your after-tax income using the 50-30-20 rule. Before we get started, don't forget to click that like button if you find this video useful, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in learning about money, entrepreneurship, and life hacks. Remember to also get your favorite beverage, whether it's a coffee or a mule, and join me to learn about budgeting. Cheers! So you've probably heard the saying, live within your means. And in other words, do not spend more than you make. If you're looking to do just that, the 50-30-20 rule is a great and easy way to build a budget. To get started, I have to cover the most basic question, which is, what is a budget? A budget is a way for you to plan for every dollar you have. It's like a set of guidelines or a roadmap for you to know how you want to spend your money. And so you have to remember that a budget is as strong as you are committed. Make sure you stick to the plan. The 50-30-20 budgeting plan is a simple way to break down how you're going to spend your money. You just have to remember that it is based on after-tax dollars. And if you're like, what are after-tax dollars? It's basically money that you make after taxes are taken out. And if you're wondering how you calculate that, usually if you work for an employer who withholds taxes, the money that you earn every month should already be after-tax dollars. The 50-30-20 rule means 50% of your after-tax dollars goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to savings, debt, and retirement, SDR. Now I'll go more in depth into what falls into each of the three categories. First, let's take needs. This is basically the things that you need to live and work, things that you need to survive. That will include housing, food and groceries, transportation, like your car insurance, healthcare, if you have a child, childcare, if you have a cell phone plan. These are the things that you need to make sure that without it, you won't survive. And that is what falls under the needs category. If your absolute essentials overshoot the 50% mark, then you may need to dip into the wants category in order to cover those costs. And we will get to that in the next section. And now you may be like, well, Melissa, that sucks. Like, I don't want to give up the things that I want. But good news is you'll live, and this is only temporary. It's just until you can either cut back on other expenses or make more money. Alternatively, even if you spend less than the 50% allocated to the needs category, you may still want to revisit some of these fixed expenses because you may find that you can get a cheaper cell phone plan, cheaper car insurance, or if you own a home, you can refinance your mortgage. And the money that you save there, you can use elsewhere. Next is the want section, which is about 30% of your after-tax income. These are the things that are a little bit extra and considered luxury. It's not necessarily the things that you need to live and work. Some of the things that are considered in the wants category are a Netflix subscription, dining out, buying a new pair of clothes or shoes, taking a trip or traveling. These are the things that you can live without. So there is a bit of a gray area when it comes to needs versus wants. For example, is a gym membership a need or a want? What about premium coffee or organic fruits? This is where, for me, someone who doesn't drink coffee, I don't think coffee is going to be a need. However, my significant other who drinks coffee multiple times a day would beg to differ. And I know we'll get into me not drinking coffee like at a later time. However, it just goes to the point that each person and each individual's budget is going to be different. And so I'll defer to you to make that decision on what is a need versus a want. And as long as you stay within budget and can afford it, you're good to go. Sometimes you can even get creative if there's something you want, but you cannot afford at the moment. So for instance, let's say you want a gym membership, but it's just too pricey for the monthly at this time. What you can do is go out running, maybe by the lake or at a local park, and that way you can get physical fitness, but it's free. Lastly, 20% of your after-tax income should go into savings, debt, and retirement, SDR. For savings, you're going to want to build a 6 to 9 month emergency fund. And this is for things that could be unexpected costs, or maybe you lose your job and you're going to need to pay for your expenses. You just want to be prepared just in case. With debt, if your goal is to be debt-free, then you should consider using your funds to pay more than the minimum amount for high-interest loans or high-interest credit cards. In another video, I'll talk about how to prioritize debt and become debt-free. And if you want to check it out, click on the link below in the description and watch the video. Then for retirement, you want to be sure that you're getting your employer match if it's available, because that's basically free money. Free money! Also, your goal with retirement should be to be saving about 15% of your income, including your employer match if you have one, into retirement. As promised, if you want an easy way to calculate this, check out this 50-30-20 rule calculator on nerdwallet.com. Simply input how much you make a month after taxes, and it will calculate how much you can spend in each category. To help, let's get some real examples. Let's take my post-college salary and use the calculator. When I was working in Congress and living in Washington, D.C., I was making about $2,000 after taxes a month. That's $24,000 income after taxes. The breakdown here is $1,000 on needs, $600 on wants, and $400 on savings, debt, and retirement. As you can see here, someone like post-college me making $24,000 after taxes should not be renting an apartment above $1,000 unless that person wants to make up for other essentials such as food using their wants money. It may be better for someone making this much to consider a roommate to lower the cost of rent, which is what I did to live in DC. Now let's take someone earning more money. Let's say $5,000 a month after taxes. That's about $60,000 a year. This person on a monthly budget would have $2,500 to spend on needs, $1,500 on wants, and $1,000 for savings, debt, and retirement. Remember, the more you earn, the more money you have to spend in each category. Be mindful that as you make more money, you want to be aware of lifestyle creep. You may upgrade from your roommate living situation to your own apartment. Just make sure that you stay within budget and be aware that you will want to also save more money. Now that you understand the 50-30-20 rule, it's time for you to write down your own list of what your expenses are and to compare that and see how you can go ahead and build your budget. You may be surprised to find out what you're spending on and also find areas in which you can save. I do want to highlight that while you should stick to your budget, you have to remember to be flexible. This budgeting process is about empowering you to make sure that you pay your basics and then be able to afford any extra activities that you want to do. So saying that there's wiggle room does not mean splurge whenever you want when you feel like it. It's more like if you have an extra $100 left over for the month, then you can treat yourself to a lovely 1-hour massage or a nice pair of jeans. Now, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click that like button and be sure to share this video with any friends and family who you think would benefit from learning how to budget. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in learning about money, entrepreneurship, and life hacks. See you in the next video!